Hi, this is Christine Mitchell, your TA for Marketing Research, and this is the last video on qualitative data. Last time we spoke, I told you about a project that I worked on in Haiti for a client that had a medical clinic down there, and we were discussing the qualitative type questions that I posed to my respondents. And the first question that you see here on the screen highlighted in yellow is the one that we are focusing on. What made you choose Good Samaritan Clinic versus another option? So the responses from my respondents, if you recall, we were able to go through and comb through the different responses. Those are the ones that you see here in 4A. And we started seeing some trends. For example, we saw that good service was used a lot as a response. We also saw that it was close to home. We saw this quite a bit. And then we also saw people say things along the lines of that they gave good service. They were very good to them, good service, service was good. So those are some trends that we were able to identify in the qualitative data by going through and looking at each of the responses. And once we did that, we were able to identify the top 5 responses. And in doing so, we were able to quantify this qualitative data. So then once you've quantified it, and found some trends that might have some importance to your theories, you can then take it into SPSS and run some tests against the what you found. So I'm going to show you how to do that. And in this question is that the clinic needed more medicine, 7 specific responses that the clinic was out of medicine. That qualitative data has a lot of richness to it. When you're reporting back to a client what you found, or if you're putting it into a report, saying that 34 people said that the clinic needs more medicine, that says a lot. But to actually be able to tell your client that people are actually finding that the clinic has run out of medicine, that it means that's a whole nother ballgame. And that just drives home the point that they really need to handle their medicine inventory a lot better. And that's actually one thing that I was able to help them change. So the next line here, the next bullet point, reads that 26 responses said that more doctors are needed for advanced issues. This medical clinic is staffed with 2 nurses that were trained there in Haiti, and they do work in conjunction with American doctors a couple times a year that come in for a week and offer more advanced care. But the respondents are saying that they actually need more doctors, so either more often, or they need to have someone that maybe stays for a longer period of time. So either way, their clients are telling them that they need more doctors there. And then we had 20 responses that the clinic gave good service. And just to remind you, there were 67 households that were interviewed in this study. 11 responses that the clinic was less costly than other clinics in the area, and 51 responses that the clinic is close to their home. So we're seeing that people are frequenting this clinic because it's close to their home, but they are running into some challenges with the amount of medicine. So it could be that the clinic just wasn't aware of how many people were actually frequenting and needed to adjust their medicine levels based on that. Okay, so now that we looked at the top 5 responses, we're going to go into SPSS and we'll open a new data set. In this case, we're just looking at the one question. So I would just copy and paste the responses. However, you can bring it into SPSS however you like. We're going to go into the variable view here, And in this line 1, this can be a little bit confusing because what you do here changes your data view. So when I type in my variable in that line 1 on the other spreadsheet that you saw, it will change up here. So let me show you that. So the first one, more medicine. Okay, more. I'm waiting on the computer, of course. Okay, now you'll see that I purposely put a space between more and medicine. That was to show you what happens when you do that. You get this error field that says it used an illegal character, which was the space bar. So if I go back here and I just type in more medicine with no space, then it populates that field for me. Now, to go over to data view, I just toggle to the other screen and you see how that changed at the top there. And then I can enter in my data here. Now, if I go back to variable view on the second line, I would say more doctors, or just doctors, either way. And again, you auto-populated with the different preset variable issues here, like it's numeric, 2 decimals, right aligned. You can change all that here. And then back to my data view, and you see that pops up in this second column. Back to my variable, and then I would type in good service, and I'll just do a couple more, less costly, and close to home. And then we go back to our data view, and you can see how that changed each of the columns. And then you can enter in your data and then run whatever reports that make sense based on your theories. Okay, that's it. That's qualitative data in a nutshell, and thank you very much for listening, and I hope you learned something.